Hello, everyone. Welcome to our latest Whirlwind Heights Forecast Center update. And today we're talking about something significant. We have a massive tornado event coming up on Monday, and it's just an enhanced risk right now, but I am very concerned about it. Today could also be a pretty significant tornado day, but tomorrow in particular, I am very concerned about. As you see today, it is about 8 a.m. right now. 7:06 a.m. for me. In Central Time, it is probably 8 a.m. And as you can see, so we got some remnants of storms down here in southern Oklahoma and northern Louisiana. And I believe storms will start popping up around 5 p.m. in Kansas. And I think we will have discrete cells for a pretty good period of time where we can see several strong tornadoes, possibly, maybe even an intense tornado. But tomorrow in particular, I am very concerned about. As you can see, around 5 p.m., look at that. Look how many discrete cells we have. We could if you live in anywhere in Illinois and you do not have a basement available, you really need to find one. What I've been hearing is bad, okay? It is really significant what we could be seeing tomorrow in Illinois. And we're getting very close to this event. Tuesday, I'm not expecting much severe weather, but we do have a slight risk of severe weather. At most, maybe an enhanced risk might be issued, but after that, the weather will become more quiet briefly. But I'm not sure how long that is going to last. And now I'll show you the SPC outlook so you can get an idea of what our risk is. So as I've mentioned, today is an enhanced risk of severe weather in Kansas. We have a 10% Sig 1 tornado threat, so tornadoes of EF2 intensity or greater are possible. And our wind risk, no intensity score here, but we do have a 30% wind risk. And then our hail risk, 30% Sig 1 hail risk for that as well. That is our risk for today. And tomorrow is a really concerning day, okay? I don't know how this is not a moderate risk of severe weather at this point. I mean, pretty much all of Illinois is under an enhanced risk right now. And a lot of it's under a 10% Sig 2 tornado threat. I think this is going to become higher. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I wouldn't even roll out a Sig 3 tornado threat. Right there in the central part of this. I also think this is probably going to get upgraded to a 15%, maybe even 30% tornado threat. If you're in Illinois and you don't have an underground shelter or a basement, you need to be sure to find one, okay? Because we could have intense to violent tornadoes tomorrow, okay? I'm just saying that it could be that bad. Our wind risk, we also have a really significant wind risk that all it takes is a intensity score of wind risk for this to become a moderate risk of severe weather. We also have a 30% Sig 1 hail risk. So yeah, we have a significant day for tomorrow on the way. So please be sure to come to our channel because I'll post if anything significant is going on. And yeah, but let's go to and then the day 3 outlook. So on Tuesday, we have a slight risk of severe weather, a large one stretching from Texas to my neck of the woods, and we have obviously it doesn't give us obviously this doesn't give us like tornado outlook, wind outlook, because that stuff doesn't come out on day 3. You don't get that stuff until the day 2 outlook. But we do have a 15%. I think we could see some winds, some large hail, and maybe a few tornadoes. But I'm not expecting Tuesday to be as big as anything like April 23rd or tomorrow or anything like that. And that's about all we have for the SPC outlooks. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and show you the warnings around the U.S. at this moment. Okay, to begin off, because we had a tornado warning yesterday while I was making my forecast, let's go to the most important warnings first. We actually do have some severe thunderstorm warnings. One in Sherman, Texas. One south of Ruston, Louisiana. These are unpopulated areas, dang. And we have a very large severe thunderstorm warning in Port Gibson. In Port Gibson, I believe that is in Louisiana, on the border of Mississippi. We also have a lot of special weather statements in effect for these areas. Special weather statement here. We also have a dense fog advisory for Tennessee. And we also have some special weather statements here in Kentucky, in Virginia and Western Virginia. Yeah, so we have special weather statements scattered across the U.S. We have another special weather statement here in New York. And we have a couple here in Minnesota, sorry. We also have some flood warnings in effect. Obviously, these have been in effect for a while. I can't speak today. Stretching from Illinois all the way up into Michigan. We have a large flood warning here in Michigan. We have a couple flood advisories in the Michigan Panhandle. And we obviously have this flood warning in Washington that expires in 2 days. That actually goes on longer than I expected. Alright, and then let's go to... And then obviously we still have red flag warnings. We have high wind warnings here in the same exact areas. And that is actually concerning because we could actually see some wildfires in New Mexico. I am very concerned about wildfires in New Mexico. We also have wind advisories in California and in Arizona. We have some small craft advisories off the coast of Oregon and California. We have some small craft advisories off the coast of Alaska, here in the southern panhandle of Alaska. I guess that's what you call it. I don't know. Surrounding the coast of Juneau. We still have some storm warnings. We have a hurricane force wind warning. And we also have gale warnings surrounding this. So high waves and strong winds. We have small craft advisories, obviously, as well. And we actually do have a special weather statement in Alaska. Alright, and then going back here, we have freeze warnings, obviously, in effect. And frost advisory. So if you're in any of these, be on the lookout for the cold. And we also have a lot more gale warnings now off the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. So be sure you're aware of the waves. And then in Hawaii, I don't see any warnings in effect right now, but we'll be on the lookout for you all. And that'll be about all the updates that I had for you today. Thank you for watching today's forecast. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. And we'll see you in the next one, and we'll see you on the latest.